Welcome to GMA Talk. To our special viewers, this week we are talking about employment, education, and the challenges of refugees and migrants in Edmonton, here in Canada, and across the country, and also looking at the challenges of what COVID-19 has brought upon us on refugee and migrations and integration in the community. And today we have a very special guest, a friend, a brother, who will introduce himself very shortly. And welcome, Mr. Stanley. How are you?
Very well, thanks. And you?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us on this special show of GMA Talk on this topic. And to our viewers and our people, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please share. Please like. Please comment. And always stay tuned on weekly videos. So, by the introduction, do you mind introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me to this GMA conversation. It's an important conversation because it involves many things. So for people like us, my name is Stanley Umadiar. I was born originally in Lagos, Nigeria, and currently I live in Canada with my family, and it has been a good experience.
Okay, awesome. Welcome. Yeah, great and pleased to meet you, Stanley. And when you think about immigrants here in the community, especially those who were not born here or those who were not have education from here or work experience from here, what's of the first challenge when you think of immigrants, whether refugees or just migrants? What the first challenge you would think, people moving to a new society they face?
Yeah, because I'm also an immigrant. I've lived the experience and I know what it is all about. As an immigrant, especially to Canada, number one barrier is language. If you're coming from a country that speaks Arabic or Swahili and other languages apart from English, it takes a lot on immigrants and refugees,
Mm.
which is language barrier. Communicating is very important, very essential because if you want to work in Canada here, you need to at least basic English. They're not saying get a PhD or get a master's degree, but ability to communicate to people, even if you're going to work. And that is why the government is also investing in this area, working with non-profit organizations where immigrants could go and learn language, English language, the basics. I think that's
Mm.
the foundation to break the
Uh,
barrier to be able
yeah.
to work and settle in their communities.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, for uh,
And another one too is cultural differences.
mhm.
Uh, Culture is evolving, and for example, where I came from, I'm from Africa, Nigeria. We don't have the same culture with Canadian culture. They are different. But what is important is, like I always tell refugees and immigrants, have an open mind. Culture is dynamic; it changes, and you don't expect your culture to be the same Canadian culture. What is important here is kind of integrating, getting the two cultures married. That's where they'll be able
Mhm.
to integrate into society because the way we think, the way we perceive things are different. But trying to
Mhm.
adjust, have an open mind, begin to
Mm.
accommodate other cultures. But the government is not saying, anybody is not saying, abandon your culture. Canada is a
Mhm.
multicultural society. Keep your culture. What is good here, take it, and what is good here, take it and merge it together so you can live in harmony in your community. It's very important. Other factors, challenges I see is social support and assessing these supports. Supports are very important because the advantage of getting the support is that it empowers you as a refugee and
Mhm.
as a newcomer, be able to know where to get support from the government, not for profit like EMCN, Catholic Social Services. They have programs like language, settlement, and
Mhm.
all family support, training, employment services. You'll be able to get them, even to get housing, especially for larger families. When they come to Edmonton, it's a challenge. getting accommodation that's going to housing that's going to accommodate them and cheaper for them to live, to settle. It's only when they settle they can talk about employment, talk about
Mm-hmm.
other things, and be able to contribute to society. Uh, Another one again is employment barrier. As a newcomer, with different cultures, languages, and all of that, getting a job and getting is very, very important here because people need to work to support their families. So getting a job has been very, very difficult for them because of language, as I said earlier, and going back to school, know what they want to do because some of them, as refugees, they left everything behind in their countries, the
Mm-hmm.
certificates and all of that. They have stuff from the beginning, and that is why they need to reach out to agencies. Better Works can help them, direct them to where they can go. Service Canada can direct them, like going to EMCN, Early Social
Mm-hmm.
Services, CAGRI, Immigrant Educational Society, where they can educate them. They can give them a counselor who's going to counsel them and find out what their passions are, what they want to do, And if they don't have the prerequisites, that the requirement to go to school, they can go to English classes. Most of these agencies, they have language classes, schools where they go and they'll be able to get the basic skills, language skills to be able to work. And when
Mm-hmm.
they're done, they go back to the agencies. They can help them with their resumes, cover letters, mock interviews, and even placing them with employers.
Mm-hmm.
So these are
Yeah.
the such
Mm-hmm.
challenges I
Yeah.
think refugees and newcomers face
Mm-hmm.
in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, because then when you look in terms of those who arrive, even with education from back home, and then the education here system and the integration is very different. Like, which are specific challenges which, if you arrive here with a bachelor's degree or master's degree or even a high school diploma, but you cannot continue where you wanted to continue or go in employment as had hoped, like, what are challenges for those who had already studied back in their countries are facing as a result of the education not being recognizable, or they need to do bridging programs?
Yeah, most of us had experience. When you come to Canada, or they're gonna ask you, the employer's gonna ask you, do you have Canadian education? Do you have Canadian work experience? And as a result of that, like I tell people, if you're coming from outside Canada and you're having barriers with certificates recognition, is go to school. Go to school, and there's so many bridging programs for educated immigrants who are here. In as much they have the basic English language, they can go to Northwest College, or go to like Admitting Center has a language school. They can go there, get upgrades. After upgrading, because they don't speak English, they can go to Northwest College, NATE, 2 years sometimes. And some of the agencies have a bridging program with some high post-secondary education, like EMCN, Admitting Center has it with NATE, where they can go like bridging program, like um, 1 year, 9 months, 8 months, like accounting, period, all of that to enable them to work. But it's important they want to move forward. Those who want to progress with a career should try and upgrade their skills and understand our Canadian work culture, how it works here, because it's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much for understanding in terms of for painting a picture for us in terms of education. Then you also already touched in terms of the challenges in terms of employment. So how does the agencies, whether it's refugees or immigrant agencies here in the community, help young and old, even new immigrants uh, secure like employment in a new society where maybe you might not have experience, or even if you have like 15 or 20 years experience from back home, maybe it's not recognizable.
Yes, most of them, what they do, they have first give them orientation. That orientation, they're gonna teach them about Canadian work culture and rule of law in Canada, and get them to familiarize with how things are done, how people work in Canada. Then after that, they assign them to a counselor. A counselor is going to work with them, going to walk them through the employment journey. What does that mean? Going to coach them with mock interviews, prepare their resumes for them, And they also work with employers where they place they help place refugees and immigrants, because they have a department where they connect with employers. Then after they must have mailed, they call it job ready. The refugee or the newcomer must be job ready. What does it mean? Now
Mhm.
you can speak basic English, you can write basic English. You have a child support system where you can drop your baby off and look for a job. Be able to navigate the internet to look for the job, and and be able to face an interview. And the job counselor cannot help place them with employers. And over the years, employers have been very grateful, saying that refugees and newcomers are very hardworking people. They are resilient people. Haven't gone through everything they've gone in their countries. That determine their focus, and they're very productive. I think that is how they help them, connect them with
Mhm.
employers who helps them, to build their careers.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Awesome. Thanks for informing us on that in terms of how the refugees and immigrants are connected in terms of employment. Then, what has the challenges of COVID-19 added to the existing challenges already when it comes to helping refugees and immigrants in the community?
Yeah. The challenges, like Statistics Canada has it that in this time of pandemic, that refugees, immigrants, and some other set of group of people, they're going to face unemployment worse than to other people. So, like some agencies and the government, what they do right now, they reach out to them, but everything is online right now, no face to face. Um, they reach out to these agencies, and they do training and facilitation on job ready through their online. That's not like we're talking right now. And
Mhm.
host seminars, trainings, Canadian work culture, work ethics, and they also teach them how to write resumes and navigate internet to search for jobs. And those who are unable to search for job, they have the agencies. They have professionals that handles job search through online to help them get started, because the government is aware that this set of people, refugees and the newcomers, are going to be well impacted in this COVID-19. Even after COVID-19, they're going to be impacted. And this kind of training, online training, is being given to them right now. Because now going digital is key. People work from home right now. They also teach them how to work via the internet, and attend interviews and get ready, even when the COVID-19 is over. So
Mhm.
many things have been going on, impacting them to be job ready even after the
Mhm.
COVID-19. So it has been very tremendous.
No, thank you very much. So then, when you look in terms of here in Edmonton and across Canada, in terms of refugee and migrant support, is there anything that I didn't ask or I didn't bring up you would like to further highlight on this matter, on this situation?
I don't think you're not missing anything. It's just that this and the government, yeah, the government is doing a lot to support them with mental health, because some of them right now are isolated and they're lonely,
Mm-hmm.
and there are online programs, online support from the government of Alberta, which I know for sure that they can call for help. Those who need food, food bank is out there for them to reach out to food bank. And some churches which have seen the government gave them money to support their members who might want need of food and other things, and that has been going on. I think the support have been so good so far from the
Mm-hmm.
government and some agencies, non-profit agencies.
Okay, great. Wow, thank you very much, my brother Stanley, for joining us and just talking on this very short and very informative conversation in terms of refugees and migrant support and the challenges on education, employment, and also in the community. And to our very viewers, please don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos right here on GMA Talk weekly basis. Until next time, yours truly. Gerard Mutabazi Amani. Thank you very much, Stanley. I appreciate
Thank you for inviting me. You're doing a good job. Keep it up.
it. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.